Tony Hawk's Vert Alert 2024! We have the world's best men and women to compete and celebrate Vert skating!
Hello and welcome to Salt Lake City, Utah, the official state of sport. Famous for rock climbing, snowboarding, mountain biking, and everything outdoors. But today we're inside the air-conditioned John Huntsman Center for the 4th annual Tony Hawk's Vert Alert, the premier skateboarding vert contest in the world. And thank you everyone for joining us inside for this legendary event. I'm Paul Zitzer, along with, speaking of legends, Lizzie Armanto. She is an Olympian skating for Finland. She's been on the cover of Thrasher magazine, first woman to ever do the loop, and is a legend in her own right. Lizzie Armanto, thanks for being here. You've had a busy day.
Yeah, I came from Woodward straight here, and I'm so excited.
It's going to be a good day. What are you looking forward to out here?
The skating, obviously. There's so many new faces, and I don't know, it's just like watching practice is like already blowing my mind.
Yeah. There's old talent and new with a lot on the line. Let's talk about the stakes here today. Of course, there's money up for grabs, but the reason everybody's motivated to rip here today is those top 6 qualifying spots going straight to the X Games in Ventura 2024, along with last year's Tony Hawk Vert Alert top 3. Now, let us talk about this legendary halfpipe. It is 72 feet wide. It has 11.5-foot transition with 2 feet of vert. That makes it 13.5 feet tall. There are 2 18-foot roll-ins for maximum speed and air time. And the depth gap, 8-foot wide channel. This ramp was made way back in 2001 for Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Huck Jam, and it is perfection. Lizzie, you've skated this ramp a bunch. What is it about it that makes everyone love it so much?
I mean, it's aged so well, and then like it's perfect. Like you can barely feel the seams, and it's the perfect ramp if you want to fly.
That's right. It's amazing that it's been set up and taken down so many times, and it's still perfect. If you have money to buy a vert ramp, this is the ramp you're going to want to get. Built in 2001. Here we are. What is that? 23 years ago?
This ramp is older than most of the girl competitors, I think.
Yeah, it's ancient compared to them. All right, let's take a look back to 2023. This was the podium. Reese Nelson was absolutely crushing it, as she does. So many technical lip tricks and all the spins in 540s. Asahi, Kaihara, she came out of Japan and just smashed it with so much style and grace and power. Arisa Trew, come on. She has been on a tear lately. Look at that, body burial, 540. That's just a warm-up. Front side unit, I was gonna say 540, but the hand touch coping. She was last year's winner. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup. We have 2 heats of 7 skaters. This is heat number 1. Keira Ellis will be the first skater in from Australia, followed by Mia Kretzer, Ketelyn West, Joey Yarbrough, Mizuho Hasegawa, Carlin Makibbin, and Lilly Erickson. Let's talk about the format. We call it, how do we compete? There are 4 runs in order. Skaters can skate as long as they stay on their board or they want to pop out. 14 total skaters, 2 heats. Top 8 skaters will be moving on to the finals. It'll be judged on overall impression. That's key, so don't just repeat the same run over and over. It's going to be a great event. Top 8 advance. Good luck, everyone up there. Now let's send it to the 3rd member of our crew, the legendary Jason Ellis.
Legendary. That's funny. I hear you guys talking about this ramp being pulled down and rebuilt over and over again, and it's still better than it's ever been. I wish I could say the same about myself. I've been rebuilt a bunch of times, and I'm really crooked. It doesn't work the same way for humans, trust me. I'm very excited for this contest. I saw some synchronized dancing before the contest started, so these ladies are ready to go. They're very fired up. I don't remember seeing synchronized dancing in the men's contest before, but I think it's time to start adding that because it's inspirational. It makes me want to get out there and skate. So the ladies are going to start shredding. The first person is no relation, believe it or not. It's Keira Ellis, but once they go, somebody falls, the next girl goes, and so on until they get 4 rides each. And the best women make it to the finals. So good luck, ladies. You guys ready out there? Remember, these ladies right now are competing to make it into the finals. So the louder you are, the more it encourages them to stick their tricks, make it to the finals. So you're helping them all out by making some noise. So let's get it going, everybody.
Starting off the day.
Here we go.
Straight into a backstep.
Keira Ellis in for her first of 4 runs here on the ramp. With this format, Lizzie, what, if any, is the strategy for these skaters trying to make the 8 cut?
I mean, definitely mix up the runs, but for the first run, you just like want to get something out there. Then
I
build
agree.
on that.
Yes. What would be your first wall in a contest run?
I mean, they're both the same, but I'd probably go on the side without roll-ins. I don't know. My go-to is just like a backside air. I keep it simple.
Yeah, no, you want
Like
to stay
Keira.
on. You want to feel good. This is Mia Kretzer in for her first run, 540.
First one of the day. She must feel really good about how her run's going.
Absolutely. Rock and roll slide.
I feel like that's not easy on a flat wall.
Right?
She's putting it together. Oh!
What would you say is the difference, though, between doing it on a flat wall versus a curved wall?
A curved wall will keep you in the bowl or ramp, depending on what it is, but a flat wall, you kind of just have to, do your best to stay over it. It's a bit more tricky. Ooh, she just missed the channel.
This is Ketelyn West. Nice frontside Smith, throwing out some lip tricks. Fast plant.
That was sick. Well,
Whoa.
Feeble's hard on here too. Oh, she's trying to get back up to the top. Mute air. Or Weddle.
Miller flip, and she's out. All right, when you're like 4.5 feet tall, this ramp has
It's
got to be
huge. It's
really
huge.
difficult to skate because it is a giant transition.
I will say though, if you're smaller, your center of gravity is lower, you can hang on a little bit better.
Yeah, there are pros and cons to being shorter. This is
Joey.
Joey Yarbrough, 11 years old, from Vista.
Ooh, over the channel. That channel's no joke. It's 8 feet, and that's huge, especially for these girls.
Yeah, there have been people have fallen into the gap, and
It's not a pretty sight, yeah.
Oh, Caballero.
Nollie tail grab, that was sick too. Back. Good combos.
Nollie boss.
Ooh, Madonna.
She is putting in the walls right now. She like
Yeah, that was a cool run.
ran out of ideas. Great run.
There's a lot of tricks in there. It's really cool to see the different things that they throw in.
Coming in next,
On the roll in.
Mizuho Hasegawa. She is the winner of Tampa Pro from a few months ago. Absolutely slayed it there.
She's so powerful in how she skates.
The,
Ollie, you there?
the Japanese Vert scene. Oh, that was so sick. She was kind of backseat and somehow stayed on, but Japanese Vert scene is
Wow, that was a
going.
really good backspin. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a tough slam.
Full commitment though, props to that. Do you have a name for the tail grab body burial?
Alicia always does it, and I think she's tail grab body burial. Is there a name for it though?
I don't know. I grew up calling it the Brontosaurus, but I don't think that's official. I'm trying to make it official though, because I like it better than the body burial. Okay.
Backside air.
Carlin, Makibbin, Ocean City, Maryland. Great vert scene there from back in the day. The blue ramp. Shout out to Matt Dove.
That was sick. Invert. This ramp, you really have to keep your speed up, otherwise it's hard to get to the top. I think that's the difference between skating a small ramp and a big ramp like this.
Easier to regain your pump. You're right, but I was going to say, the one advantage this has is it's such a fast ramp though. Like,
yes. If you have your speed and you keep it up, you can fly.
This is
Wow,
Lilly
lip
Erickson.
slide over the channel. That was impressive.
Heavy.
It takes guts to do that.
Are there any tricks you, beautiful
Lots of
blunt fakie, tricks you want to do over the gap that you haven't?
I want to kickflip over the gap, but I haven't got there yet. That would be cool. I've backside ollied it, so that's like, the first step.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
heavy.
kickflip Indy. This is a good run for Lilly.
Super tag.
Lily's from Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken.
She's hyped. That was run number one. Back to the top of the order for second runs.
Keira from Australia.
It's so rad how international vert skating is right now.
Wow. Second wall. I like it when you do a hard trick in the beginning of your run because it kind of like sets up your special meter to like keep it going.
They always say you should start strong and end strong, which makes sense.
Ooh,
But
good
you're right.
bonus.
Psychologically,
Ooh, she just missed the channel. Wow.
man. Psychologically, starting strong is the best way to go.
It is. It's such a gamble though, because like you risk it all, like losing the whole run.
Mia Kretzer, are there any skaters in today's semifinal that you're totally unfamiliar with?
There's a couple actually. I don't know if I've seen Mia skate.
Right? I mean,
There's a whole new crop of girls coming up.
it's awesome.
I love it. I love seeing it.
How many days a week do you put in on a half pipe?
Dude, every week is different.
Yeah.
I feel like it goes from like, if you're filming, you could skate like 5 or 6 days a week for long sessions. Like this week I was at Woodward. Wow, that was incredible.
55. Right.
Dude, it's scary landing fakie.
It's a heavy move. I put the fakie 5 at the top of Dream Tricks on a half pipe for myself personally. That's just such a scary one.
More like nightmare for me.
Yeah, that can go either way.
Lip slide. Fast plant. Oh yeah.
So on the top left of your screen, you see those 3 names. That is the current standings as the judges are calling it. So we are live with the scoring. It's less about points and more about standing, where you're currently slated amongst your peers, which makes sense.
Joey rolling in.
Blasting. Backside air. Weddle.
Slide to fakies feels so good too.
You know what? I mean, really, at the end of the day, anything on a half pipe can feel pretty awesome. Dropping in, it could be the best feeling of your entire life. The first time you drop in. So, life hammer.
Hurricane. It's so cool seeing these girls pull off these tricks.
It definitely helps a ton to learn the spinning tricks when you're young and small.
Yes.
And you're able to bounce without having to go to the hospital, and you can come back pretty quick.
I would agree with
those
that.
spins and tricks like the fakie 5.
They can be hairball.
Yeah, when you're taller and bigger, it's scary. Super scary. Here's your
Big
leader,
sailfish.
Mizuho, winner of Tampa Pro back in April.
It's a lot of pressure coming into event after, like, you know, coming off of another good event.
You're right. I mean, obviously, maybe there's some carrying the momentum through, but you're right. Once you start to feel the eyeballs on you, it can change things quick. Average age of the skaters in this heat is 13 years old.
So crazy. I wasn't even skating then.
Me neither, not Vert. I was just skating, but I hadn't found a half pipe to skate yet. So, hey, when you can do a 540 already and you're not even 13, you're in an advantageous spot. Put it that way.
Wow, that was an amazing run by Mizuho.
It really was.
She's stoked. That's just solidifying her spot.
Lizzie, talk about the effort it takes to put in 3 or 4 full contest runs.
It's exhausting. There's so much pressure, and then you're just trying to remember your run. Here, you want to mix up your runs. You don't want to have the same run. Yeah, I don't know. If you haven't, just the nerves alone are exhausting. So that on top of putting out your best tricks and like coming out here, the altitude. There's a lot of different factors at play. Another Stoephasius over the channel.
Mixing it up. Lip tricks, hand plants, airs. And that. Blunt fakie.
I think that's like the hardest trick for me. Ooh, kickflip Indy.
You know, it's one of those tricks. It's just timing. If you could figure out the timing, it becomes really easy, but until then, it's impossible, right? It's like, you know, we all know we struggle with tricks, and then you find the key. Like, there it is. That's the key. You know what I think the key to the blunt fakie is? You pop out of it while your body is still on the way up. Okay. Full standings after 2 runs. Let's take a look. Mizuho Hasegawa from Japan up on top, followed by Mia Kretzer from Australia and Lilly Erickson rounding out the podium currently. Women's Vert semifinals. Remember, there are 2 heats. 8 skaters overall will advance to tomorrow's final.
Wow, she was really hanging on. That body jar was scary.
When a body jar goes south, it's maybe one of the worst slams you could take. Jason Ellis experienced one of those last year here. Oh, what a McTwist. Speaking of McTwists, Lizzie, you're going to be skating with the inventor of the McTwist tonight on this ramp in the Legends demo. You're going to be skating with Mike McGill. What is it like to be skating
And
with
Lindsay,
him?
who's the first woman ever to land a McTwist.
True. Good point.
Mike, dude, I love skating with him. I love seeing him because he's always like pumped up, and you like see him go from like, you know, being like, yeah, just chilling to like, he's on and he's competing, even though it's a demo.
I think all those guys, you don't get to be that good. You don't become a legend by taking her easy. You know what I mean?
Definitely not. No, they're still pushing.
Ketelyn West. What do you think? Is it easier for the younger kids to skate in an environment like this because it's new and exciting and they haven't maybe been through it where it starts to get really mentally challenging, or is it maybe overwhelming? Do you have any idea?
I mean, every person is so different. Like, I mean, you know, in skating, there'll be some person who like picks the hardest trick first and that's easier for them, and I think competing is the same. So, you know,
Yeah,
for some, like when I first started skating contest, I felt like it was so exciting, and just like the energy, the community, and you know, you work so hard to like put together a run, learn new tricks, and finally like it's your time to do it. And then other times, I think, you know, once you know what's going on, or sometimes it's hard to just get over the nerves. Like, you know how to skate, but then, you know, under pressure, that's a totally different skill.
What was your experience like at the Olympics, nerve-wise? Was it the same as any other contest?
The Olympics was bizarre because there was no crowd. It was just like, you know, because of COVID.
But you knew.
It was the biggest contest ever, but there was like, it didn't feel like it was like empty. But it was great. I think it worked out for me. Like, I feel like mentally I was like, oh, I'm just going to enjoy it as it is.
Awesome. Mizuho back in, and she is blasting.
Oh, wow. She is taking some slams. I think it goes to show how excited these girls are because, you know, it's a thrill riding this ramp in this setting.
In this setting, well, it's like this. In a contest, you will definitely force tricks that on a normal day you're going to bail out of because you're like, this one I might hang up. But you don't want to bail your run, so you try to hang on. And
no, now's when it counts.
Now's when it counts.
Sometimes it's worth the slam. And these girls are so tough. Like, Mizuho already got up from a slam, and she's going back at it.
For you personally, have slams affected you differently as you've gotten older, psychologically and physically?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely tough, and I am now more conscious of it than I think I was before, but I also like spend a lot of time trying to like take care of myself and work through it.
Current standings, top left of your screen, Mizuho, Hasegawa still up on top. Mia Kretzer from Australia in second. Lilly, Erickson, top three right there.
Whoa, she traveled across that.
To avoid hanging up on the edge of the chain.
Oh, she was going to do trail side revert. That would have been sick.
One thing I did not mention about this ramp is newly layered in Skate Light is a game changer. Skate Light, best surface in the world, the fastest product in existence, and it's the perfect surface for the perfect ramp.
I would agree with you. Also, these ramps over time, they get so slick, so skating it at this time is probably like the best.
Beautiful. Weddle 3, setting up here. Fakie 5.
Must feel so crazy to land in first.
Right? Wow.
Yeah.
Unit, frontside 540 hand plant. I think I called that Miller flip earlier. That was just a misstatement. Unit.
Like an airwalk. That was sick.
Joey Yarbrough back in.
Joey has such a smooth style.
That is a good looking front Smith. Backside grab 3.
She likes the nollies. Cab.
Great cab. Nollie back tail grab.
Judo. Judos feel so fun. It's a silly trick though.
You know, it's hard to kick a foot off without changing your whole balance point.
Absolutely.
It looks so easy, and then it turns out it's not. Great looking trick, though.
What's Joey? Kickflip.
4 runs is a lot. 3 runs typically was always the norm for.
I mean, these girls are so young, I don't think they're phased by 4 runs, but
True.
I will say the time in between on the deck waiting for your run, it's nerve-wracking.
It is. I mean, even during practice, it's nerve-wracking, knowing you have to time your practice to kind of peak when it's time to drop in for your run, right? And that's hard to do.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's a snake session and you can't get the runs you want, and then maybe if you're bailing more than you want it to be, of course, you're like, I'm not getting the walls in that I need to be ready. It's a mental battle.
Skateboarding always is.
It always
That was
is.
a nice nose
Awesome.
grind.
And the body jar straight into the judo. She has so many tricks.
Yeah, her bag is deep.
Nose grab 3.
Ooh, lean disaster. Those feel cool. Dang, full run.
Great work.
She has been taking some slams, so that must feel good to make it back on the deck.
So she is definitely looking good to advance to tomorrow's final. But this is only one of 2 heats. 7 skaters in each heat, 14 skaters overall.
I mean, arguably first place is the safest you can be out of this
Yeah, actually,
heat, but
if you win this heat, you're guaranteed top 8 then. How about that? So these skaters qualified into this Vert Alert through last year's placings, top 10, and then Tampa Pro results, and then there were a few wild cards.
awesome.
We're down a few skaters, though, who had to be heading out to, where's the qualifier? Istanbul. Next weekend, they're trying to qualify for Olympics. Heat 1 in the books. Tony Hawk's Vert Alert 2024. They're from Salt Lake City, Utah.
That was awesome. There were some heavy tricks that went down. Oh my god, look at the girls going up.
So much variety.
Dude, look at, they're ready. Dude, for anyone that hasn't been up one of these ladders, they're so steep.
I want to take a look at some highlights. Here we go. The unit, frontside 540 hand plant. Blasting.
Back to back.
I love that stale fish. Frigid judo. Alley-oop. So sick.
.540.
It's crazy how commonplace the McTwist is.
Dude,
And
fakie
then-
to fakie 5. Insane.
Yeah.
That stale fish over the channel. That just looks like it feels good. Kickflip Indy.
Beautiful. Wow, that's a great looking McTwist.
She stood up on that, like, she was ready for the next wall. Ooh, do you see that speed wall?
Yeah. Way to hang on. Whoa. Judo lead a tail over the gap.
Combos.
For days. Take a look at the final rankings from heat number 1. No surprise there. We followed it all the way through. Mizuho Hasegawa from Japan finishing on top and essentially clinching her spot into tomorrow's finals, followed by Mia Kretzer from Australia, Lilly Erickson, Joey Yarbrough, Ketelyn West, Keira Ellis, and Carlin Makibbin. Heat number 2, women on the ramp right now for some warm-ups. When we return, we'll be kicking them off. Heat number 2, stick around.
What makes a legend in skateboarding is this combination of influence and progression. Not only have you been consistently pushing yourself, but the people coming up after you have followed it and supported it and praised it. And then you're a legend.
Seeing the lineup of the Legends demo, it's like the Hall of Fame of vert skating. It's incredible to see these people who have built this sport to be all in the same space, skating at the same time. It just gives me goosebumps. They love it enough to keep doing it when it's riskier, when it's harder.
Everyone loves a good show, and the guys that are on the ramp in the Legends demo, they know what they're doing. I don't think people realize how small skateboarding is, so you're legitimately watching the guys who paved the way. And then to be in a contest on the same ramp, it's always a trip.
It does feel pretty unique to skateboarding. Other sports, you don't get to play basketball with the guy who did the first dunk, you know? It's a pretty special thing.
They're inspiring us to realize that we can keep doing this. You know, we could skate our whole lives, and that's just the beautiful thing about skateboarding. You never leave skateboarding, so the fact that it's celebrated at Vert Alert is just such a beautiful thing to see.
Vertical Legends Jam coming up tonight. It's going to be a good one. Heat number 2 of the women's semifinal currently warming up on this most perfect of vert ramps, the Tony Hawk Boom Boom Huck Jam ramp, built way back in 2001. That really does make this one of the, if not the oldest ramp around, and it is still perfection. There's the legend there. See him skate tonight. Tony Hawk. Shout out to Dave Swift, who's up there shooting photos this weekend. Legend photographer also. Heat 2, women's vert semi-final start list. First skater in, Aaliya Wilson from Australia, followed by Yuzuki Mizote, Jada Ward, Lilly Stoephasius, Juno Matsuoka, Asahi Kaihara, and Arisa Trew. Such an international field out here in Salt Lake City this weekend. It is a cool thing to see how vert has exploded around the world. The hardest thing about skating vert might be finding a good vert ramp to skate. If you want to be a vert skater, sometimes you have to take it into your own hands, like Tony Hawk did, and build your own ramp, because they're not found on every corner. It's not 1982 anymore. Lizzie, you have a backyard vert ramp.
I do. It's cute.
How was that? How did you make that happen, though?
I got it because I had budget from Finland for doing the Olympics, and I needed something to spend it on, and so I was like, well, I'm getting a ramp.
Yeah. So, again, not easy. The way you get a backyard vert ramp is first become an Olympian.
No, that was I wasn't an Olympian yet. I was try to be an Olympian.
Yeah, got you.
But
yeah, or come up with the budget and some space.
If there's a will, there's a way. That's what I heard back in the day. People would they'd just put stuff together and make it happen.
Yeah.
And it was sketchy.
Let's get this party started and send it back to the top of the ramp to Jason Ellis.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. You are also a legend.
Yeah.
Hope that feels good.
Yeah.
Heat 2. This is where I would say big boys, but this is where the big girls are. This is some people that do some stuff that I wish I could do, which I'm a little jealous of. But I'm excited to see these girls push it and make it into the final. They are fearless. They do synchronized dancing on the deck before they drop in, but I feel like now I'm intimidated by that. When anybody does that, I'm now going to start to get nervous because these, make no mistake, these ladies are killers. Girls, are you ready? You guys ready? They're not paying any attention to me whatsoever, but that's fair enough. I'm just going to call it. Utah, are you ready for Heat 2? That's what I like to see. All right, first up is Aaliya. You start this off. You go whenever you want to go. Make some noise, Utah.
She's in.
It's always scary starting off the heat. A lot of pressure.
You know, I have a theory, though, that at least you just got to be skating in the warm-up. So you take some of that energy straight into your run. Rather, if you skate last, you know, you just start to sit around and maybe freeze up and think too much. But
to
again,
each their own. To each their own.
everybody's different.
I
yeah.
think for me, I'm like, don't put me first.
That's funny, because for me, I'd be like, get me in so I can get out. All right, wow, frontside Smith grind, sick one.
Lip side. Dude, lean sides have been so fun lately. Invert. For me, inverts are like a comfort trick.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go upside down.
I'd say they're a little scary because you're going upside down.
Like we've been talking, like apples to oranges.
Yeah. I have like nightmare visions in my head of just missing a hand. That's all. I won't put it in your head, though. Let's talk about the Japanese vert scene.
Dude.
Well, first let's talk about Jada Ward, coming from Australia with her dad, Trevor Ward, who was a pro vert skater in the 90s and is just holding down the scene out in Australia.
I love that. I hope they have like a family photo of them doing doubles.
Oh, that would be sick. He still rips, so there should be.
It must be so cool. Like, I think in Thrasher there was like an article with like fathers and sons, or no, there was a Grosso love letters, fathers and sons.
Right.
I hope they get to do like a women's one day.
That would be
Mothers
amazing.
and daughters. Lindsay is gonna be a part of that once her kids are like super into skating, if they want to do that.
Right. We won't force them.
No, that is a hard thing. I think there's a lot of pressure.
Lilly Stoephasius from Germany on the ramp.
Lilly has such a clean style. I just saw her a couple months ago at her home park. Ooh, finger flip lean tail. Love that.
That's a little shout out to you right there.
I think so.
Okay, average age in heat number 2, 16, so a little older.
Dude, I mean the oldest girl in this contest is 18. That's so young.
That's amazing. Lilly just throwing down the fakie to fakie 5 like nothing.
Putting in work. Also, first run, that must feel really good. Off the roll in. That's
Juno.
a big roll in too.
It's huge. It's 18 feet tall. Whew. Okay.
Aaliya judo.
Did you see earlier McGill in practice got speed wobbles down the roll in?
I didn't see that,
It didn't end well, but he's going to be skating tonight. He came back. All right.
but so scary.
Juno, ripping.
Another board slide.
It's a popular trick here this weekend.
Ooh, kickflip indie. Invert. Backsmith.
Proper.
That was awesome.
Getting a high five from Tony Hawk. How do you explain the success of the Japanese skateboarding squad?
Okay, like the stuff to skate in Japan, they don't have the best stuff in the world, but I think they're just so passionate, and you see it throughout their culture with like different things, and they just know, they just know how to perfect some things.
They really do. Asahi placed 3rd last year at Vert Alert. Beautiful Madonna.
We were roommates in Florida at the Tampa contest, and it was like the first trip it's the first time I ever met her and got to skate with her, and she is incredible. She does some tricks that I don't see anybody do.
What spots did you hit out there?
Oh, of course, Kona. And we checked out some backyard pools and mostly Tampa Skatepark.
Okay, awesome. All right, here we go.
Arisa.
If anybody's been paying attention to what's going on in skating the last couple weeks,
She's been putting down some hammers, like no joke, for I don't know, the gnarliest tricks you could do on a skateboard.
yeah,
Man or woman.
absolutely. She did switch McTwist on cement, and then what? A week ago, did a 900.
Yeah.
Insane.
She did make egg too recently.
I can't even fathom that. Look at that, fakie 5 right at the top. Switch backside air.
Switch backside air is such an underrated trick. Full run. She's on one.
She certainly is, and I would imagine it's going to continue. That's the end of run 1
Did you see that? That was frontside, board side.
with.
That's a scary one.
Yeah, it is. You click your wheels on the way in from that one. It's
Scary.
yeah. Current standings. Cut line right there. Lilly Stoephasius from Germany, currently in 8th. All that can change. It can change with every run. And I want to shout out our judges real quick. We got Jason Rothmeyer, Mike Frazier, and Amelia Brodka. Great judging squad.
That is.
Also, a legendary judging squad.
Judging is so tough.
Have you judged some major events?
No, I have zero interest.
You can't win as a judge. You only lose.
Oh, yeah. I respect what they do incredibly.
Oh, Aaliya looking proper. Jada Ward.
Frontside air over the channel. 8 feet.
Nice.
Ooh, a little nose grind. Ooh, frontside, backing it up.
The combo. Oh, 83.
That was sick. That is a scary trick to commit to. She's making this look really easy.
Wow. Did she put a hand down?
Yes.
Amazing. Another perfect run.
Also, look at all the girls are high-fiving each other. That's what I love about vert skating is like everyone is so supportive. Like it's such a small community and they really get behind each other.
Yeah, you have to because, right, like you said, it's a small community. We all kind of have to look out for each other. It's like, you skate vert, let's skate together.
Crail air to tail. That was sick. You don't see that often.
Lilly was another skater who was in the Olympics.
She was.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, it was so hot. Also, when we were competing, you had to have ice vest. Oh
Whoa!
my god! Wow, full commit. I feel like that shows the contest mentality. Like, no matter what, you're trying to like stand up on something.
For sure. That was crazy. Blasting right
Madonna. I'm sorry, Method.
Yeah.
Other M. Stale. Whoa.
there. Tweaked. Double
Oh my god,
grab.
double grab. I love that trick. I love it because it's such a funny one. It's like, shows character. Smith grind. Smith grinds are such a cool trick. I feel like that was the first trick where, oh, kick the windy. First trick where I felt like, whoa, I thought you had to be good to do it.
Okay, so the answer is you do, but it was like the first really good trick.
It was the first trick for myself where I was like, there's no way. Wow, that was awesome.
That was so weird how she did that.
She like kick turned out of the back blend, but she made it look really easy.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean though.
Yeah, no, so when you're coming up in skating, there's a point where you're like, oh, I wish I could be a good skater, and then at some point you start learning harder tricks and you're like, whoa, 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 I thought these were for, good skaters, and I don't know. That's skateboarding.
I like the tweak on that Weddle. Benny!
Saran wrap. These are back-to-back heavy tricks. Madonna. She has one of the strongest Madonnas. Nose grinds. feeble fake. Those amazing tricks.
She skates with a ton of power, but also just butter smooth.
Yeah, she makes it look easy. I feel like anyone who is really good at what they do, they make it look like effortless. And sometimes that's like hard in a contest because if you look like you're not trying hard enough, that it can be judged against you.
This is the bottom of the order.
Big 540.
Just so proper. The perfect technique.
I feel like the trick of choice over the channels, stalefish for girls.
You're right.
I wonder if it's because like girls are so flexible, like naturally. Whoa.
I mean, anecdotally, I'm gonna speak from experience. I can't do stales because I can't reach. I just get fingertips and the board floats off the feet. And I'm like, man, if I would stretch once, maybe I could learn that trick. All right. 2 runs down, 2 to go. The top 8 advance to tomorrow's final. And then the top 6 skaters overall on the weekend go to the X Games in Ventura. Coming in that roll-in. So it's basically, it's like 5 feet taller than the ramp. And when you go down it, it's going to give you a lot of speed, even if you don't pump, and you're going to have to deal with it on the next wall. Can be terrifying.
It can be. Wow, frontside nose grind. I love how so many girls are doing that effortlessly. That is something that is so new in skateboarding. Like, I feel like 6 years ago you would not have seen that on this ramp. This is a huge ramp to be doing that.
The progression is real.
Feeble fakie.
Oh,
Wow.
fakie shove.
That's a tricky one. You have to really get the right push or flick. And it's not a flick. It's like a you just
Like pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
and-
don't pop. It's like you just kind of nudge.
You need the right nudge. Yes. That is so awesome. I love alley-oop tricks. Frontside air, no prop, floating it over the channel, backside ollie.
A big part of this too is like using the whole ramp. It's really easy to get stuck on just half of it. And all these girls they're going, you know, doing laps back and forth.
This is definitely one of the wider ramps at 72 feet. Yeah, you have to be really good just to be able to get from one side to the other without having to take 5 walls to get there.
Weddles are so, for me, they're such a hard trick. I like don't know how to like blast and bring it to me. But I feel like there's people that like, for them, it's like their go-to comfort.
You're right. And if you,
Whoa!
wow, back nose blunt, yanking it in.
That was sick. Another one you have to like have just the right amount of speed for. Oh, she made her 5. That was sick.
Cleaned it up. I was gonna say, when you are one of those skaters with the Weddle technique, then you have the jump on the McTwist. If you struggle doing that grab, McTwist is just gonna be a nightmare.
Rolling in off the roll. Rolling in. Alley-oop, judo. Sick.
There we
double
go.
grab. Double
Wow.
grab into 5. Wow.
Just whipping it. I love seeing the different techniques people use for their 5s.
Also, just I love seeing how there's so many girls doing lip tricks. I feel like it's so easy to only do airs on this ramp. But to do lip tricks, you have to have the right technique.
And you were saying before the show started that this ramp, it's big, so lip tricks can actually be kind of hard on it compared to like a small whippy vert ramp. Timing is crucial for lip tricks, and when a ramp is this big, it makes it really tough.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge your speed sometimes, but on an air that's like you can just blast and it kind of doesn't matter. You have a little bit more time, but on a lip trick, whew, it could be, you know, dangerous. Japan air.
Oh,
That
and the
Benihana.
Benny.
She blasts that.
And you know, that trick for some whatever reason always gets like, it makes the top 10 list of tricks people don't like. But when somebody does a sick Benihana, it's rad. There's like,
that was sick.
it's a great trick. It's cool looking.
I think, okay, Asahi has one of the most amazing Benihanas, but if I would say like favorite Benihana ever, Alex Burleson.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with any of his tricks.
I think he does them like how they should be done.
Okay. I'm gonna throw it back to Hasoi, but
I haven't seen his Benihana.
It's pretty great. Yeah. I don't know if he's done them lately, but does an amazing one. It just floats. All right.
Madonna.
Arisa back in. Showing everybody what's up.
Switch frontside air.
Oh! Frontside half cab nose slide, 180 out, whatever you want to call it. Frontside cab nose slide. That
Another
trick is
lip
ridiculous.
Trick. Crazy.
But just that one doesn't make any sense. When you're turning towards your heels and you're aiming for the coping, you can't see it. There's a million things that can go wrong.
Backsman.
There's a look at the current cut.
Ooh.
8 skaters advance. Lilly Erickson is on the bubble. Joey Yarbrough is out.
Backside ollie. Frontside air. She's setting up for something. Oh, that nose grind. Rolling in.
Fourth and final runs here in the women's semifinal. This will determine which 8 skaters move on.
A lot of pressure on this run.
Jada Ward from Australia.
Back-to-back nose grinds.
Indy 3.
Ooh!
Oh!
Wow.
Half
Hanging
cap
on.
nose grab.
Lilly from Germany.
Germany's always had a strong vert scene. Going all the way back to Klaus Grabke in the 80s.
It's hard out there though, because I mean, most of the year, like you're skating indoors.
They got some great birch vert ramps in Europe, though. The indoor birch vert ramps are the best. Like, so precise. Now, don't get me wrong. They're not as good as this ramp, but they're really fun.
This ramp used to be covered in birch. I remember skating it, and it was perfect. I mean, it still is perfect. But
Juno coming in.
that method.
Aaliya judo.
Double grab.
The whip McTwist.
So with Juno, she's been doing kind of like the same run.
Right. And we talked about the format. It's overall impression, so that can hurt in the eyes of the judges. Even if you're ripping, they want to see, do they want to see the same 13 tricks 4 times each, or do they want to see, 50 different tricks? The answer is they want variety. But it's hard to give it to them,
It just depends on how you skate. Like, I think for most people it's easier to get one run down, but, it's more fun if you're mixing it up.
These last 3 skaters here in heat number 2 are already in that top 8. But we'll stick around for the official results.
I mean, this is just practice for them at this point. They're ready for finals.
I mean, I feel like there's no question Asahi's going to the finals.
I mean, with a Madonna like that, I couldn't argue.
The consistency is next level. Oh!
Wow.
There, she got the nudge. Crazy.
That was awesome. She's stoked. You can see a smile on her face.
Great work from Asahi. Last skater of heat number 2 is in, Arisa Trew. From Australia, Aaliya Weddle with the tweak. Trick of the weekend, front stale. A lot of Madonnas too.
Good Madonnas.
A lot of Indy 3s. The level has gone up exponentially, even since last year.
It's inspiring. Like, I feel like seeing these girls skate this good is so exciting. I wish I was their age and skating with them.
Age makes it tough.
I mean, I still go skate with them and it's fun. Doesn't matter how old you are. But I mean, I guess thinking back of when you're like coming up and skating, you're just hungry.
Yeah. It's a little different. It's easier to stay motivated and progressing when you're a young kid, and every day is a new experience. You're skating new ramps for the first time. You haven't been there a million times. It all matters. Take a look at some of the bangers from heat number 2. That's Lilly Stoephasius.
Finger flip, lean tail.
So sick.
Double grab.
Oh, she like judo kicked that Benny.
Dude.
Crazy.
I love it when there's the tricks that you're not expecting. There's kind of like the classic ones, like we keep seeing the sailfish over the channel. We see people set up with like a backside air, but you know, throwing in something that not everyone's doing, even if it's kind of like, you know, weird, quote unquote, I feel like that's a risk that makes you stand out, and that's what's going to get you to finals.
I agree. It really helps to have a ton of variety.
Like skateboarding is supposed to be fun. So you got to do tricks that speak to you.
Right, so some skaters get in the habit of just focusing on the hardest tricks.
Yeah.
And it's always impressive, but a lot of times they fall into that category of skaters where you're like, yeah, they're really incredible, but they're not my favorite. I don't love what they do, right?
I mean, skateboarding is like dance, and you know, if you're skating and you're really feeling it, you're doing stuff that speaks to you, other people are going to feel that, and that's always going to stand out.
I agree. Final results right here. Arisa Trew taking the top spot, moving on to tomorrow, along with the top 8. Asahi Kaihara from Japan. Mizuho Hasegawa from Japan. Juno Matsuoka from Japan. Lilly Stoephasius from Germany. Mia Kretzer, Australia. Jada Ward, Australia. And just squeezing in that final spot from the USA. Congratulations to Lilly, Erickson, and the top 8 skaters. Moving on to tomorrow's final. What do you think? Lizzie, did the judges nail it?
I mean, I wouldn't argue with them. I feel pretty good about this lineup. This is just the semis, so you know, finals, I think we can get a little bit more critical, but this is a great list.
It has been an amazing women's semifinal. It's in the books. Top 8 skaters moving on to tomorrow. Lizzie, you're skating this ramp tonight for the crowd. How you feeling?
Dude, I'm stoked. I mean, after seeing that session, I am so hyped up.
I can't wait to see it. Good luck out there. Thanks for being here in the booth. It's been real. It's been fun, like skateboarding is supposed to be. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back at 5:30 p.m. for the men's semifinals. Stick around.